I'm still alive, boys.
Alright, guys, so I know there's some crazy times going on right now. I really think all this is actually going to blow over a lot quicker than a lot of people realize. I honestly don't think this is all going to turn into, like a super, super crazy thing. I really don't think so. I think we're going to be alright. Oh my god, that stoppy. But yeah, so I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to get that out there, I'm not really freaking out too much about all this. I certainly think the media has sort of hyped this up to a level, and just, with the modern day, all of everybody being so instant to news and internet and misinformation being put out there and all this other stuff, it's certainly a time where you could sort of get a little more psyched out than you probably should be about something. So definitely think that's playing a part in all this whole situation. Yeah, you should take it serious, but at the same time, I think all this is going to be just fine, boys. You know what I'm saying? It's all going to be just fine here in a month or so. So either way, we got a little bit more news coming out with so this is all coming from Dirt Rider, right? This is something I saw on there just a day ago. This kind of caught my attention a little bit. So apparently KTM, Husqvarna, and Gas is postponing production or suspending production, right? Suspending, I guess that's a better word for it. Yeah, suspending production. Okay, so I guess there's not going to be any sort of KTM, Husqvarna, gas bikes being made for at least the next 2 weeks on the production line. So is this really going to affect anything or affect anybody? Probably not, right? There's plenty of bikes already out there. It's not like, oh my God, now you can't get a KTM or a Husqvarna. It's not even really that crazy of a thing. I just thought it was interesting to come in here and, mention this, make a video on this, because it is definitely something that's kind of wild. And a lot of people don't really understand this, but they're doing this because of where some of the parts that they are getting, you know what I'm saying? That's why they're really doing this. It's not so much not wanting the workers to come in or whatever. I mean, that's a small part of it, but really it's more so trying to prevent all this from going on from where they're getting all these parts from, because I think they're getting some parts from China, some parts from Italy even, maybe. Shit, I don't know. But they're getting some parts from some pretty sketchy areas, that are having a lot more issues right now. So I think that's really the main reason why they are suspending all KTM, Husqvarna, gas production right now. And yeah, so just wanted to come in here and make a little video on this, talk about this right quick, because it's definitely wild. Like I say, I don't really think it's going to affect anything big, but it's interesting to see it's just weird living in a world where there's no sports or no events in arenas, or just a really bizarre, that's the only wording for all this, very, very bizarre sort of feeling that it's given everybody. But like they always say, fear is one of the biggest things, one of the biggest mind trickery things there is out there. I think Elon Musk actually just made a tweet about this as well. He was saying fear is one of the biggest things that can, mind control that there is out there. So I certainly think there is a nugget of that going on with this whole thing right now, right? There just really, really is. I think it's kind of being played off as a lot bigger of a deal than it actually is. And it's not me trying to downplay it or say you just don't need to even worry about it at all, because that's not what I'm saying. I certainly think you need to, not go out right now and stay inside as much as you can, but I think all this shit's going to blow over, dude. Literally. If you know what I'm saying. I think it's all going to blow over, dog. Not that big of a deal, and, this is not really affecting the online world at all, other than, obviously, the news outlets and the sports news stuff. They're not really able to do a whole lot of anything now. But a lot of sports potentially being completely canceled for the year, which is crazy. I don't know how they're ever going to do that in Supercross with us being halfway through the season. At that point, it's like, what do? You just don't crown the dude in the points lead, but because you obviously have Roxon right there in second, close in the points, it's like, do you just not crown the points leader and just not have a champion? Or do you crown the dude that's in the points lead? Or do you, I mean, I don't know. There's just all, and we just don't know how long this little thing's going to go on for. But I don't know. I'm speculating a month. I mean, that's about where I'm putting my sort of, I think it's pretty much going to be fully under control in a month, and then it'll be like old news at that point. Everything will be back up and going. I think like basketball and NFL and all that stuff's going to be back up and running pretty quickly. I don't know with like some of these certain places where it's like a little more specific on events and areas and stuff. Like Supercross, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get that all rescheduled. But I don't know. Maybe they'll just push back outdoors and run outdoors like in the fall or some shit. I don't know. Then run the rest of Supercross in the summer. Be kind of interesting. I'm not really sure how they would do all that, but they got to figure out something, because you just can't. You can't crown a dude that's just in the points lead but hasn't earned the championship yet. But also, it would be wrong to just totally cancel the championship and not give it to anybody. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck them if they do, fuck them if they don't kind of situation. That's really what this whole thing is turned into. There is no really right or wrong way to do it. It's all going to have its negatives. So either way, but this is probably about the last video I'll make on all this, unless, you know, a lot more big information comes out on it. I'll get back to more normal videos here. Be good. So either way, I don't know, very bizarre. There's a lot of like theories going on. There's a lot of like, are they doing this for funny how it's always when there's an election, this shit's going on, you know? Like, how political is it? How much is the media pushing it for political reasons? How serious really is it? You know, there's all these questions. And I don't know. I don't know how to answer that shit. I just don't know enough about it, you know? But there's always a bit of a overhypeness to anything in the media nowadays. Always. It don't matter what it is. They blow certain things 10 times out of proportion bigger than they should have, or bigger than what it really is, you know? And I think there's an element of that going on right now. I don't know if that's all of it, but there's certainly an element of that going on right now, right? So either way, I got off topic as shit here, but we'll see if some of these other, you know, dirt bike manufacturers follow suit with this. I don't know. You know, people still got to work. You still got to do everything. So at least the people working jobs still have to do what they're doing. So I don't know, but specifically with the KTM, Husqvarna, Gas, they're all kind of in the same little area, same little company, right? Under the same head honcho thing. They're all suspending production for at least 2 weeks. So as long as it doesn't go any further than that, I don't think it's really going to affect like how you're buying bikes and how many bikes are available and all that kind of stuff. I don't really think it's going to affect any of that, but certainly something to, keep in mind. And if anything else does develop more in the future, this is something to think about. So either way, definitely let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. I appreciate all the support. I know a lot of you dudes probably kind of going through some crazy times right now, but yeah, just be all right, dog. Life goes on. We'll get through it. Be all good. You know what I'm saying? So either way, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, dudes.